How to replace a windscreen yourself. Prepare the tools and materials needed for the repair work. Follow these steps to remove the damaged windscreen. Clean the area around the windscreen to remove any dirt. Remove the wipers and plastic and rubber components that block access to the glass edges. Take off the old window seal. Remove the pillar trim covers and sun visors from the interior. Dismantle the interior rearview mirror and disconnect the connectors of the sensors. Insert the cutting wire into the recess of the wire feeder and bend the end of it to make a slight hook. Carefully insert the wire feeder with the wire under the glass from outside or inside the vehicle and forcefully push it through the old windscreen sealant. Remove the wire feeder while holding the wire in place. Feed the wire through the gap so that the parts of the wire are equal lengths on both sides of the glass. Then attach handles to the ends. Gripping both handles, move them alternately towards you to cut away the old sealant with the wire. If you have an assistant, give one handle to them. Autodoc app. All car parts at the lowest prices on your phone. Try it for yourself. The assistant, sitting inside the vehicle, should pull it towards them, placing a putty knife under the edge of the glass to avoid damaging the dashboard plastic. Important. Proceed carefully to avoid damaging the paintwork and dashboard. Take small breaks to allow the wire to cool, otherwise it may snap. When you reach a corner, stop and gently wind the wire around the corner, and only then continue cutting. After running the wire around the entire perimeter, carefully, without damaging the body panels, remove the old glass using glass suction cups. Preparing to install a new windscreen. Spray the glass surface with a solution of soapy water. Rub it over the glass horizontally with a towel. Degrease the edges of the new glass on the side that is going to be mounted with alcohol. Put a window seal on the upper edge of the glass. If the ambient temperature is below +10 degrees centigrade, preheat the surfaces to be treated with a heat gun. Use a scraper to scrape off the old sealant. Treat the mounting surfaces using soapy water and a lint-free towel and degrease the surfaces. Inspect the surfaces, and if there are signs of corrosion, treat these areas with a rust solvent. As the primer is toxic, ensure that the room is well ventilated, or protect your respiratory system with a respirator before applying it. Stir up the primer by shaking the container for a minute. Apply a strip of primer all the way around the perimeter of the glass and metal body frame. Important. Usually the primer is a dark color, and if your car's a lighter shade, move very carefully without going past the borders of the glass mounting surface. After applying the primer, let it dry for at least 10 minutes. The primer will prevent corrosion and provide the best bond between the old and new sealant. Place the glass in its frame using glass suction cups. Find the correct position and stick 2 small pieces of masking tape on the glass and along the roof directly above it to mark the position for the installation. Carefully cut the tape and remove the glass. Prepare the sealant for use. Set the gun at a right angle to the surface to be treated and fill the nozzle with sealant. Tip: practice on a different surface before applying sealant to the body of your car. Apply sealant evenly around the perimeter of the window frame in one continuous strip, starting at the bottom corner. Important: after applying the sealant, the new glass must be installed within 15 minutes, otherwise the product will harden and become unusable. Installing the new glass. Bring the glass to the frame using the glass suction cups. You will need the help of an assistant. Align the glass with the tape markers, making sure it doesn't come into contact with the sealant. Press the glass down and make sure the gap between the glass and the car body is the same all round. To adjust the position of the glass, press lightly on its surface with the palm of your hand and move it to the desired position. Press your palms firmly against the glass all around the edges and secure it into position with several pieces of masking tape. This will prevent the glass from sliding down while the sealant dries. Carefully inspect the edges of the glass and use a tissue to remove excess sealant before it hardens. Install previously removed components. Connect the sensor connectors from inside the passenger compartment. Tip: during the first 24 hours, don't close the car doors sharply, otherwise the pressure inside the car may affect the tightness of the windscreen. Checking that the windscreen is installed properly. Wait for the amount of time specified in the sealant's instructions. Put on gloves and check to see if the sealant that was squeezed onto the test surface has solidified. Once the product has dried, remove the masking tape and suction cups from the windscreen. Pour plenty of water over the glass and make sure it isn't leaking into the cabin. Check that the equipment which the previously disconnected sensors are responsible for is functioning properly.